hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to talk about skipping meals. What we're going to understand about skipping meals, but yes, because it can be disastrous to your health in many, many ways. The first point to understand is not to confuse skipping meals with fasting. A lot of people do that. Fasting and skipping meals are two completely different things. Skipping meals, for example, is I skip my lunch, I skip my dinner. Could be many reasons. I got busy with work, life took over, whatever, or I'm punishing myself. I ate too much at lunch, so I think it's common sense that if I don't eat my dinner, I compensate. Wrong. It doesn't work that way. The human body doesn't work that way. There's something called your metabolic rate, which we talk about. Now, fasting, for example, and that's why there's good fasting and bad fasting. There's smart fasting and stupid fasting. So everything revolves around rhythms in the human body. You've heard of the circadian rhythm. Light, dark, sun and moon. Activity, rest, these are rhythms. Feeding, fasting, these are rhythms. Put your hand on your chest, there's a rhythm. Your heart beats, your pulse, rhythm. Your breath, rhythm. Everything works with a rhythm. The rhythm's broken, you have disharmony, you have problems. When the rhythm is working well, it's beautiful. Everything is in harmony. It's like you're listening to a band play, a band of musicians play. Everything is music and sweet music until one musician makes a mistake. The rhythm's broken, it's now noise. So the whole point is getting back to understanding. When you fast, the biggest mistake people make is they think they can keep changing the times of their fast. No, because once you start fasting, your body adapts to a particular rhythm. So let's say Luke stops eating at 8 o'clock and starts eating at 10 o'clock the next morning. Now that's the rhythm that my body will start to get used to. And it will manage according to that rhythm. It has a memory. It remembers that, okay, at 8 o'clock, Luke doesn't eat anymore. And at 10 o'clock, he starts to eat. So your body is expecting nutrients and nutrition at that particular time. Of course, if you're not hungry, it will not give you that signal, and maybe you can fast for an hour or two more. The point is, people change their fasting time. One day they'll start at 10 o'clock in the night, the next day they've had a weekend, they'll start at 2 in the morning, and they just do this. This is the wrong way of doing it because you're disrupting the rhythm. Once in a way, it's fine. And you're confusing the body's memory and expectation of food. Now, when it comes to skipping meals, let's say your breakfast, if you eat breakfast, is at 10 o'clock, your lunch is at 2 o'clock, your dinner is at 7 o'clock, okay? You want to try to maintain these times because as you eat this way, your body starts to work around the cycles of when it gets nutrition. So let's say it's 2 o'clock and I eat my lunch at 2 o'clock every day. Today at 2 o'clock, my body expects energy and nutrients from the food that I'm going to eat. Now, what happens if it doesn't get it? It can manage on my fat reserves, on my glucose reserves, but the body goes into stress mode, the sympathetic nervous system. Cortisol starts to go up, adrenaline, because why does your body need energy and nutrients? For survival. But now it's not getting what it needs for survival. So the body immediately goes into stress mode, which isn't the best for inflammation, immunity, high blood pressure, high blood sugar levels, everything basically. Because it doesn't know. You know that you may eat in the next hour, but your body doesn't know that. You've broken the rhythm, disharmony. Now, when you skip meals, because you do this, you confuse the body too. Your metabolic power goes down. Metabolism is what gets people to lose weight. Not just the gym, not just diets. It's your metabolic power, how you build metabolism, how you eat for your metabolism, how you exercise for your metabolism, how you sleep and even think for your metabolism. All of that plays a role. If you skip a meal, your body immediately wants to conserve energy because it doesn't know when you're getting the next meal. So your metabolic rate drops. This is not a good thing for your weight. Forget about your weight. It's not a good thing for your hormones. Your hormones are chemical messengers. Their job is to communicate the right message. When your metabolic power is low, wrong communication, hormonal imbalance, wrong messages being communicated in your body. That's not something that we want. That's not the road that we want to go down. Having wrong communication at a cellular level. So our metabolism falls. We start to get more frustrated, snappy, irritable. We don't have brain power. All of this in turn starts creating more and more acids in the body. Because the body is used to getting lunch at 2 o'clock. So it starts its process of acid and all of that stuff. Sometimes when you keep long gaps or you skip meals, you tend to get very, very acidic because your body out of memory will still produce stomach acid, even with the thought of food. So metabolism, number two, you skipped a meal. You skipped an important phase to give nutrients to your body. Nutrients from fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, whole grains. You've missed that phase. Maybe you overate the previous meal, but it doesn't mean that your body doesn't need nutrients from the next meal. So please understand one thing very clearly. A lot of people punish themselves because they've eaten one heavy meal. They say, I want to eat for the rest of the day. That's terrible for your weight. It's terrible for your metabolism. It's terrible for your body, every aspect. So now you're living in the sympathetic nervous system where your blood, everything's activated because you're in stress mode. You can't lose weight when you're in stress mode. Your body's going to conserve more and more fat. It's not going to allow you to break down fat. That's how the human body works, and that's why never skip meals. Find a routine that works for you, whether it's 2 meals a day, 3 meals a day, 6 meals a day. Everyone's different. Find what works for you and maintain the discipline and the consistency of eating on time. It is extremely important to understand that. Now, nature makes it easy for us. If we just follow the simple rules of circadian living, you stop eating after the sun sets, you start eating after the sunrise. You know, nature gives us little easy ways to maintain our food. So in that time, we can eat our food. If that works for you, some people, it's not practical. Everything that's ideal doesn't mean it has to be practical. So it's important for us to understand that when you skip meals, you upset yourself, your body at a cellular level. Your body only cares about survival. Your body doesn't care about your job, your money, your six-pack goal, your size 0 figure goal. It doesn't care about that. All it cares about, am I getting oxygen? Am I getting nutrients from the food that I eat to keep this body alive? Everything else is secondary. So if you think you can starve yourself to a six-pack or starve yourself to a size 0 figure, of course you lose weight. It's common sense. It's based on science, calories in, calorie out. You go into a deficit, you lose weight. But guess what's going to happen? You're going to slow down metabolism. Once you reach your plateau, you're going to put all of that weight back on again. And that's going to be stubborn, ugly fat. It's not going to go. You either lose weight the right way or don't do it at all. But do not come in between your body and survival and what it needs. Eat, do not skip meals. Sometimes life gets in the way. It's okay. Don't make it a habit. Your priority is like if you're running low on fuel in your car, you don't put it off. You know your priority now is to find a gas station or an electric station and charge your car or fill your car. You prioritize it. Why don't you do it for your body? Why? That's a question that you want to reflect on. So do not skip meals, and especially your children, do not get them into the habit of skipping meals because they're in their growth phase. They need nutrients more often than us, and they can't miss it. It upsets their growth. It upsets their hormonal balance and all of that stuff. So it's actually, when you sit back and put your hat on, it's common sense, right? It's simple common sense that you maintain a rhythm. Now you got to find a rhythm that works for you and do it. Like I said, 1 meal, 2 meals, and that's up to you. But do not skip meals. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep, and remember, you care is all about you. I could go on talking for another 15 minutes, but it's my lunchtime now, and I don't want to skip my meal. Have a great day, everyone.